A 14-year-old juvenile from Alexandria has been formally charged in an incident last month that began at Academy Sports and Outdoors. Alexandria police said that a juvenile attempted to commit an armed robbery at Academy Sports and Outdoors at around 3:45 p.m. on August 20th. APD said the juvenile, armed with a handgun, entered the store and attempted to rob an employee of merchandise, which included firearms. The suspect also fired a single shot into a gun case. Suspect fled in a vehicle that ended up crashing on MacArthur Drive and Veterans Drive. No one was injured during the incident. Juvenile was booked into the Renaissance Home for Youth for armed robbery, illegal possession of a firearm by a juvenile, illegal use of a weapon, fleeing from police, unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, terrorizing, and reckless operation. This is an ongoing investigation.